Hello, Grandpa here again. I want to do a little bit of tips and tricks here. I saw this guy on Reddit asking how to do this, basically make the pole merge into the railing here. And so I tried it a few times. I thought I knew how to do it, but I tried it a few times to make sure it was correct. So now I'm going to give an example of how this can be done. Let me go ahead and break everything back down here. Okay. I got this part built up here so that it makes it easier to slip the pole in. The pole usually does snap in the middle part of these rails. These are foundations or floors here. See, but to help it along, I put a stairs up and another floor on top, so it snaps in the middle of that floor. It also will snap in the middle of these smaller half floors, so I can put them on the edge also if I wanted to. So like that. So the first thing we do is, first thing I'm going to do is find my railing, put my railing on. Then I'm going to take my handy dandy flamer and come over here and destroy that with the flamer. Take a few minutes and let it destroy it. I just arm the flamer and repair it, and then I can move it back out the way, and that leaves a shadow of the railing there. Then I can go to the stairs and get the post. Let me find stairs, and get the post. Clip it in. It snaps right in. Snap the post in, and then repair the railing. And that leaves us with railing merged into the post, merged into the railing, like that. Another thing we could do, let me go ahead and destroy this. Another thing is, I saw this while watching Wasteland Donovan. Put a post here, and we can put another tall post on top or a small post on top. Then we can put a rug down in front of it, kind of like, well, it is the rug glitch. If I can find my floor panels there and my rugs, I like to use the small rugs. These rugs, because they're flat and square and straight, so you can line them up and you can keep them lined up, and it'll help you with it helps me with lining the post up the way I want them to line up, and put it just barely close enough there. Alright, then we take and we do a blueprint. Blueprint the rug. Well, I'm on the wrong thing here. Blueprint the rug and both posts in the same blueprint, and recreate the blueprint. I'm just going to call that L for large, P for post, well, PL. Well, okay. Let me go ahead. PIL or P1L. Okay. Oh, let's try that again. LP1. And done. Made the blueprint. Go ahead and get rid of these. Well, got rid of too much stuff, but hey, we can put it back if we need to. Yeah. Okay. So now we can go over to the blueprint. Way down on the end down here to blueprint, and we choose our blueprint, and we can line that up. Now it doesn't quite merge, but it does let you get very close to the rail, and you could put that in, go up here and delete or just remove the top post. You have to have that floor there enabled to do that. It's not exactly on the edge and it's not exactly merged, but it's almost kind of the same effect. Go ahead and get rid of that. There's another reason I put these up here too. Let's turn this around. I like them to look like they're all facing the same way. Doesn't really matter about these end pieces because I'm going to take those off anyway. Go put back that foundation that I accidentally removed earlier. Because there's another little trick we're going to look at here. So I'm building my gas station back again, and I wanted to have 3 parts, but I wanted this part between the first and the second foundation, the middle line to be in the middle of this grading little place here. Looks like it's washed away, kind of midway that. So I placed the 3 down. I placed the first one here, lined the edge up toward the middle, and put the second one beside it, and the third one I'm going to use here. There's a little thing I want to do here. I'm going to use another foundation. It's going to be 2 by 3, 3 by 2, looking at it at this point. So put that here. Now what I want to do is have post in the middle of this mid section here. So that's where I'm going to place my posts, and they'll place there as long as I have that roof up there. They'll place there. Okay. And maybe not. They don't need the roof. See, they'll place right in the middle. Does not matter. It places right in the middle of that post. Now, I want to put a wall in between these posts temporarily. 2 walls, basically. I want a double wall in between those posts temporarily. I'm going to remove these foundations, take them out of the way here for just a moment, leaving the ones on the end as guides for later, and you'll be able to pick that up and see what's what we're doing with those. There are two ways we can move these. I want to move this one where the edge is right in here between these posts. Okay, and then I'm going to move this one over. Two ways we can do that. The first is a good way because it doesn't take any Atom Shop items. We place the stairs on this foundation and a half floor up here. Then we place another stair on the other side of the foundation. Move this out the way also. I'll move this over temporarily and then place that other stair there. Okay, so now we can put that, snap it to the back of that stair. See, we snap it there to the back of that stair and it puts the line between there. And then we'll move this one over and that puts the line between there. Now we can put double walls up here. Okay, there's another way we could do this. What we would do is, if we have the handy dandy catwalk from the Atom Shop, we could take a half a catwalk piece and put in there these catwalks here, and we take the half piece and we can put on this side, and we move foundation over to clip to that edge. We have one foundation clipping on one edge and the one foundation clipping on the other edge. Then we can remove that catwalk and clip that in. So there are two separate ways you can do that and be successful. One requires Atom Shop, the other one does not. But right now we're going to go ahead and remove these stairs and the half floor. Okay. Now we will use our handy dandy barn walls. Barn walls are usually the best for doing the double walls. I don't know why, they just work best, and a lot of people don't like the barn walls, but you could always change them out after you've done what you want to do with them. You put different walls in. Go back to the walls, go down to the barn walls. Now it has to be a door. It has to be doors for what we're going to do. So we're going to put barn walls, we're going to put doors. We'll put one that way, and we'll turn that one around that way. Now we got them doubled. Okay? And those are just temporary also. So for right now, those are just temporary. Okay. Alright. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put roofs on. Roofs, go back to roofs. We're just going to use these roofs for right now. We're going to put flat roofs across the top on both sides. Let's turn this one around on this end, around. Maybe it's right. Let me check, let me test. We're going to test, let me test to be sure that we have the right one. We're going to do our store and replace, and we're going to replace, and we're going to do the slant. So it's slanted the right way, the way we want it. So yes, that lets us know we're going to store and replace, and we're going to do a slant, and that's slanted the right way, and we're going to do the same on each side. I'm going to make sure that they're slanting the right way. See how they're slanting up from the walls. So store, replace, be sure they're slanting. Now that one's slanting the wrong way, so we're going to have to turn it around. So we're going to turn it around 180 degrees, and we do a replace, and now it's the right way. Now it's like we want it. Okay, so once we've done that, we can go ahead, and the wonderful thing about this is it lets you delete the walls. Now it doesn't let you delete that last wall. It's connected to this roof, but guess what? If we go ahead and replace the roof, it usually lets us delete that. So lets us delete that. Now I'm going to go ahead and replace all of these roofs with this slant. So now you got a slant there, and it kind of looks like it's covering the top from the rain, and there's no walls, just posts in the middle, and that's what I was looking for. Now we move these back into place where we wanted them. So we'll have our 3 by 3 foundation. Now we have our 3 by 3 foundation. We can get rid of all the extra foundations at this point. I'm going to go back up top here and put a flat roof on the edges of these slanted roofs. Kind of looks like an airplane up there now, or an eagle, or some type of bird. That's why I call it the Eagle Station. So yeah, so you got a roof, a shed, or something to keep the rain and elements off of people and your station while you're there. And then you can just, what I used the first time was the regular old junky looking vendors, but this time I think I might just put a different vendor in there. I'll find the vendors again, if I can find them again, where they're at. You know what, I could look up top here a little closer. See, shelters, vendors, okay. Vendors, I see the junky ones. This time I think I'm going to use a different vendor. The gas station vendor, how about that? Let's put that in there. We slide that in between here. A little bit on the side, and we'll put another one in there. Just a little bit on the side. Try to line them up as much as I can, and we're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. We may have to move these back. Yeah, we may have to move these back because, you know, you want room to put the other vendor in up under that. Line them up as straight as possibly can. How about that? Yep. Looks good to me. Now we'll change, we'll switch these out to oh wow, I didn't switch it out, I took it off. Okay. That's no problem. We'll just go back to the foundations and put the one that we wanted to start with anyway. Back to the foundations. Yeah. Looks more like you could drive across it to get to the gas pumps. You see, sometimes I'm hitting the wrong button. Sometimes I'm hitting the wrong button at the wrong time, or the right button at the wrong time. Alright. Okay, so you would drive up off the street onto there. And what I did before was put railings around the sides of it, so you know people don't walk off or back off. I use these railings, or a combination of railings. I didn't exactly use the same one all the time. Trying to make them look junky, you know. Make them look junky. Yeah, I had little railings on there. Okay. And I put steps, so you could step off the other end if you needed to. I used these to start with, but I changed them up. Changing them up now, because these fit all the way across. These bleacher style steps fit all the way across. I turn the light on, and you see the bleacher style steps all the way across. Well, you know, there is the little place I used to put the vendors in. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to show for my buddy Jordan, who was having trouble putting stuff in his cabin. Things were popping up top when he was putting stuff in the cabin, so I tried to recreate that, but I couldn't find anything that popped up top. But what I will do is, you know, just with an object, let's find something. I tried to recreate it, but everything I put in here stayed on the bottom. But let's just use this for an example. See, I stayed on the bottom. But if you've got something that's popping up top and not staying on the floor, you could use the good old rug glitch that we just used to make the post with. We can use the good old rug glitch to go back to the rug, put the rug down, and we could set what we wanted to put in on top of the rug like that, and you know, then you would pick up the rug and it would move the whole object, and then that allows it to sit on the floor when you put it in. Another thing that may happen, I'm not sure whether it's going to happen with this or not, is sometimes it works like the rug lets you Fallout 4 unless you put things closer to the wall, but in this case for this object it's not. But it's allowing things to sit on the floor, and I guess that's fairly close to the wall. Sometimes, some things, it allows you to pass through the wall, but not in this case.